Hey everybody, what's going on? I'm Much the Battery, and today we're going to be continuing our adventure in Minecraft's Feed the Beast Interactions mod pack. Last episode, we started off in this void world with nothing but a small island, a tree, and an EMC table. We were able to make lemonade out of these lemons, and now we had this nice base going on for us. So last time we left off, I had started on doing a base, and I did a time lapse at the end to show you guys the progress I made. Since then, I've done a little bit more. I've added this platform here, which we're going to be using today, and I added 3 platforms over here that are going to be used for farming. One here, which I have not finished tilling. By the way, making a hoe is the same recipe as in vanilla. I think it just has less durability. I started putting in the water colanders that we had last time, and we have another farm area right here. The first thing I want to show you guys today though is how these exactly work. So to get them to work, you need a water source like the ice block we have here, and you want to put the water colander, or the strainer base I guess, right here. You break the water so that flows through it, and then you choose a survivalist net to place right on top of it just by right clicking. And over time it will collect resources like this, and these strainer nets do have durability. Each one has 120, and if you hold shift on them it tells you the percent chance of what you'll get. So there's a 31% chance you'll get 3 clay, which we have 64 of them. We're actually going to take this because we need this, and that's basically how these work. We also have our first way of getting sand, and since we're here I guess we'll just take all of it. So these 3 here are dense nets, which are the ones I said are the most useful. And right here we have a, what is this called? This is a regular net, and this is the one that gives us all our seeds and everything, as well as sugar cane. We gotta take that since we need that as well. And in a moment I'll get to taking all these and planting some, but for now let's take our clay and go over here, and I'll show you what we need to do with that. Alright, now we have our clay, we gotta go to the crafting table, and we're going to make a kiln by putting 8 clay like this. You can take that kiln and go over here, and you can right click it up against a wall like this, and you want to leave a space underneath it. Then what you want to do in order to get the low grade charcoal that we need for the mission is we need to start a fire under the clay kiln, and you can do that by taking 2 sticks and putting one on top of each other, and it makes you whittled fire sticks. You're gonna need 2 of them. You put one in your regular hand, one in your offhand. You go to the block underneath the clay kiln that is, and you right click once. And it'll start a fire. Then you right click the kiln with an oak log, like that. And then you wait. Occasionally the fire will go out. If that is the case, you just have to relight it. Alright, and we're done. So we got our clay kiln, or excuse me, we got our low grade charcoal. And we go to our quest book, we can't turn it in yet. Alright, I guess we just need to make some more whittle sticks, which is fine anyways, we do need to make more. And is there an issue? Hello? I'll get back to you guys when I fix this. Alrighty guys, and we're back. So apparently there's a little issue in the game where sometimes this specific quest does not recognize that you have 2 fired whittle sticks in your inventory. So what you can do is you just go up to a chest, you open it up, it should work out and finish itself. But now we have our low grade coal or charcoal, what we want to do is we can notice that a fire will persist on top of the block indefinitely. So it basically acts as netherrack, so you can place it underneath the kiln, right click with your whittled sticks, and you can have a permanent fire like that. Now we have that, I'm going to go ahead and make some low grade charcoal for all of our kilns. That way we can have, well, we can basically have 7 furnaces, low grade furnaces that is. but that's better than nothing. So I'll get back to you when that's all done. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you fire. Alright, now we've gone ahead and done that. We'll decorate it up again. Beautiful. I have 2 extra cobblestone stairs. I'm not really sure where those came from. Maybe they're all already in my inventory. Don't really recall. Now we've got all this going though, we can turn in our quest and we can get some sausage bean melt. As the quest says, this is also our first furnace. As I mentioned earlier, smelting things, and it also gives you experience, which could be useful for the next step, which is true. What we want to do after that, I guess we can turn in this reward as well, get that stuffed pepper. Apparently we also completed 2 other rewards in the meantime. We have one where basically we got flint, so we can get some flint blocks, which we're gonna need. And another quest where we made a chest, and that just gives us an upgrade from wood to iron chest. I'm not gonna get that quite yet since it's not necessary, but in the future I'll pick that up for sure. And I guess once we get that up, we'll get a signalum conversion kit. Not exactly what that does, I'll have to look into it, but that's fine. So the next thing we want to do is we're gonna want to make a water powered saw. Quest being, I saw that. Maybe save yourself some hunger, or don't. Put the source block directly under the saw and let it flow. If it doesn't work one way, try the other, like a USB. The water power sawmill acts as it basically allows us to get 4 planks out of every 1 oak log, which is super nice. Since I forgot to mention this earlier, I'm gonna mention it now. From the one quest, which one is it? The water colander quest, you get an efficiency meter. And how this works is you can take it and you can go up to the water strainer base, just like this. You right click it and it'll tell you the efficiency that's currently working at. So currently these guys are all at 10%. There are probably other configurations that allow you to do higher efficiencies. I know if you just put water all along, and if we were to put these all right next to each other, it does -10. But there's probably ways to make it go higher than 10 as well. Since we're here though, I'm also gonna collect, not these, but these. And as you can see, these 2 strainers have actually run out. But it's not too big a deal because we have a lot of clay and that's mostly what we want from them. Probably off camera I'll make some more at some point and put them in there. But for now, I think we're good. As I was saying though, the next thing we're going to work on is this water power saw. We're going to need 4 wooden pressure plates, 2 logs, 2 sticks, and a water powered saw blade, which is this 1 flint block surrounded by 4 flint. We got the flint blocks from the one quest, but they're also pretty easy to make. You just put 1 gravel in the clay kiln and it makes a flint block. So let's go ahead and do that. Bang. And we just need to make the pressure plates, which are the vanilla recipe. Fortunately, we don't have many... What am I talking about? We don't have enough wooden planks. Good grief, I'm at a loss of words today. So I'm gonna make a few more of these stone saws real quick. And oh, I thought we ran out of sticks for a moment. That was gonna be worrisome, but we're good. Make some nice planks. Awesome. And click on here. What am I missing? More of these. 1, 2, 3. Shift click to move all the items, and we have our water power saw. The other thing we're going to need for it, of course, is some water. So let's grab an ice block. And I hadn't really thought about where to put this yet, but for now I'll just grab some cobblestone and I'll show you guys how it works, and later on I'll probably move it somewhere else to make it look pretty. But for now, what you want is you need a base like this, and I believe the water needs to flow a minimum of 3 blocks. So put the water here, we'll break that, and then we'll put the sawmill on top like this. And if you take a oak wood you can right click it on here and not work. Let's try placing it the other way then. As the quest said, it is kind of like a USB. There we go. Alright, awesome. So now we have that guy on there. You right click it and it turns that one wood log into 4 wooden planks, which I can show you guys here. So we have 18, so it should go up to 22. And bang, 22. Awesome. So that's how that works. I'll probably make another one off camera to get some symmetry going, but this guy's pretty useful. Also, can I put some of these in here? I can. Excellent. So that gives us our curry rice then. We can make an architect saw bench. This is really just to make tons and tons of really nice looking blocks. It's not really necessary other than to make things look good, so we're gonna skip that for now. And instead we're going to go to make some infinity dust. So this can be obtained by left clicking on bedrock with flint. This will consume 4 experience and most of the time destroy the flint. When placed on the floor in a dark covered room, the dust has a low chance of summoning forth enemies from the void. I don't believe that works in the void world actually. I think that only works in the overworld. Probably the nether and the end as well, but I'm like 99% sure it doesn't work in this void world because I've tested it before and I didn't get any monsters. Anyway, creatures summoned by the infinity dust have a high chance of dropping infinity grains, which can be used to create a self-sustaining cycle of grains and dust. Alright, so as it said, what we do is we get some gravel. Oh, we actually already have flint in our inventory, never mind. So we can just head downstairs like this. Go up to our bedrock and right click it. Hello? Maybe it has to be the top of the bedrock? I don't know why that would matter, but maybe we don't have enough experience actually. That might be it. Alright, and of course the only way for us to get experience right now is by cooking things. So, do we need anything cooked for the near future? We do need string out of this. Need bone. Bones we can get from the traps, the ground traps when we get to it. We can make grout, that gives us some meatloaf. I know what we can do. We can actually just start cooking up clay, because clay is going to be used to make a lot of the spice of life tools, which we can use to make better food, such as a not a pot, how about a skillet? Yeah, so you can make things like skillets, or if we just see their uses in general, you can make a skillet, a saucepan, a pot, cutting board, bakeware. I think that's all of them. Yeah. And these of course are used to make better foods, so we combine lots of foods and get better food out of it. So what's this one? 5 hunger, 5 saturation basically out of these guys, so that's really good. So I will get back to you guys when I have some XP and have cooked up some clay. See you soon. Guys, I'm sad to say, but I am not very smart. I was really struggling with trying to make this infinity dust, so I went back and I read the quest, and I realized something big. It says left click, but this whole time I've been right clicking. Oh well. Anyways, so we go up to our bedrock and we left click, and that gave us 4 infinity dust. Excellent. And we can turn that quest in then. It gives us some more XP. Nice. And our next task is to create some arcane ashes. This is the basic tier magical crafting. It's impossible / annoying to automate and has 4 rewards, but it is our first step. If we check out the crafting recipe, we're going to need some sugar, some ashes, some blackened bone meal, and some low convalence dust, as well as some water in our crafting table. So let's check out some of these. Low convalence dust requires tiny charcoal, sand, and infinity dust. So the sand and the infinity dust is pretty simple to get. Tiny charcoal requires low grade charcoal being cut. Alright, that's easy enough. Pro tip, if you press backspace you can go back one recipe. So sugar requires a pot and a Darstadium mortar as well as sugar. And you're probably looking at this, and I got stuck on this one for a long time when I went through the test. It says you need like 2 iron or whatever as well as 5 stone. And I was really struggling with this, but apparently you can also just use 2 flint and make it like that. It's just not a known recipe for whatever reason. So that's simple enough to make, since we already have reeds as we showed, or sugarcane, from our water strainer. And the last thing we need is, not the last, we also need ashes, which you can get by pounding low grade charcoal, so we'll need more of that. And finally the blackened bone meal, which is just bone meal and you burn it. So it's kind of convoluted, a bit complex, but it's all pretty simple stuff to do. During the break, however, when I was getting some XP and trying to figure out how to do the infinity stone dust, some other things I found out, or I wanted to do rather, is get some additional strainer bases and set up a fisherman's strainer, which requires just a net, which needs 3 twine, which we already have. Go ahead and do that. And then this needs to be surrounded by sugar cane, just like that. So now we have a fisherman's strainer. We already have our bases. I want to get this too. We're gonna go back over here. We're gonna set these 2 up again, and that way we'll start being able to get some fisherman's loot, which for whatever reason this guy shows all the possible options that you can get, but this one does not. It only shows 2 and like cycles through them, but that's fine. Place that, we'll put the dense one here, and we'll have 2 fisherman strainers on the end here. Well, eventually 2. However, unlike the other ones, this one actually needs some worms to work, and you can catch up to 18 things now, I think is how it works. Something like that. We'll see if we have more worms. We have more clay. Where's those? I think we already emptied these, so that's fine. Let's throw the worms in, and we'll come check this out later on. Oh, so here's all the possible options, see, by the way. So we can get the bone to finish off the one quest. We can also get string from here, which is required for some of the things we are going to need in the near future. Specifically the ground traps. They can use twine too, so it's not too big a deal. But the thing that definitely needs string is later on. Where is it? Is it this one? No, it's not that one. Philosopher's Stone? No. Apple? No. Somewhere around here you need like a bookshelf basically, and that could be a pain in the ass. Alright, anyways. Next thing we want to do is make the arcane ashes, as we said. So I'm gonna cook up some charcoal. I'm gonna get all the ingredients together. If there's anything interesting I do between then, I'll cut to that and let you guys see. Otherwise, I'll get back to you in a little bit. Catch you soon. So guys, something I quickly realized while I was going about trying to prepare that, what is it called? The arcane ashes, is that we require bones to do that. And the only way to get bones is to go through this recipe first. So we're gonna go ahead and do that right now actually. Also, in order to do it, for the ground traps to work, you not only need them, you need bait. And you need bait, or rather the only way to get bait is by having some form of food, which means we're gonna have to plant all these guys, and it also means we need grass seeds because they can only work with grass. So I'm gonna spread those around right now. Get a couple of these guys going. This basically how the ground traps function is they require, well, I can just read through the mission. It says it right here. It's a trap. Must be placed on the same Y level as the grass and have access to at least 5 grass or dirt blocks. It only counts blocks on cardinal directions up to 2 blocks away. We recommend you extend your platform to make room for 4 or 5 of these traps initially. They're cheap after all. Warning, make sure you put more than 1 bait in each trap, as the first bait merely activates the trap and is always lost with no byproduct. So now that I read this, I guess we don't actually need the grass, but we do need the bait. And if we look up the different types of baits, we have fruit bait, which apparently can use chorus fruit, but it basically use any fruit. We can use like apples too from our trees that we've been getting. You have grain, which is like rice, oats, wheat, etc. You have vegetables, so that'd be all the vegetables, and you have fish bait, which is basically we can get from our fish trap. And if we see what they get us, the fruit bait gets us bones as well as leather, which are both important. And a couple of other food things. Grain also gets us leather, which is nice. And I think we need raw beef for one of the quests as well, and it also gives us bone. Veggie gives us bone. And this guy gives us, wow, gives us a ton of fish. And I'm pretty sure, and that needs a water trap as well, actually, now that I look at it. You make a water trap. Need a fishing rod. Okay, so that just means more string and everything. Alright, that's fine then. For now though, we're gonna start planning ourselves a little garden. So the first thing we want to do is take out this chamomile. And you can just plant that on grass anywhere. These are used to make potions, basically. So we'll just put them here for now. I'm thinking we put resources on this side of the farm and food on this side. So we can start with our canola seeds. Let's place these guys here. See, rice is kind of a food and a resource, but we'll put it over here for now. We have apple seeds, which are basically useless. Wheat, tomato, lettuce, chili, cucumber, lotus seeds, those are pretty good. So we're gonna go, lotus seeds will give you XP, which means I guess I was wrong earlier when I said the furnaces were the only way to get XP at this point. You can also wait for lotus plants to grow, and if you eat the fruit they bear, then you can get XP that way. Now we're gonna go and plant our tomatoes. Tomatoes are super good. Garlic is pretty useful. Lettuce is crazy useful. Cucumber's not too useful, so we'll just have 1 row of 4. Seeds are pretty good, so we can plant hella of these. Cotton's another resource. And pineapple and chili, I guess, are both okay too, so we can give them 1 row as well. Where did I put the pineapple? And then, like I said, we'll go place our cotton too. We got canola and rice already. Yeah. We're gonna need lots of string, which we can get from cotton, because not all the recipes accept twine, which is easy enough to make. Those can be plant. I'm not sure if pumpkins are actually necessary, so I'm just gonna throw them in a chest for now, which you guys probably saw earlier, but that I didn't mention. During my base expanding that I did in between episodes, I put a couple chests down here. They're still empty at the moment, but this is kind of where I'm gonna put our inventory for now. Probably put a few others here, and this will like be our crafting working area in general. We can get this XP too while we're here. I've been making a bunch of low-grade charcoal for now. I'm not sure if it's too useful, but we need it to make these alchemic retorts, which are coming up soon. We need it for the silly marble. We don't need it for that. But we need it to make the ashes and the tarny charcoal that we need. And we want those because although we get 9 low covalence dust out of just a few of these low charcoals, we want a lot of covalence dust because it's quite useful. But that was the rest. We have 14 in total now. And I was gonna say we can make 7 more, but like, why not? You can always get more wood. It's not a big deal. Alright, cool. So we got that going. The next thing I wanted to do was actually build the ground traps, wasn't it? So do I already have it here? I do. And the first thing we're gonna need is to make 4 chests, which require wood casing, so we'll make a few more of these guys. And looks like we need more oak planks, so I'll get a few of those and I'll be right back to you guys. Alright guys, now we have our planks, we can go ahead and finish off making these chests. Which, how many do we need? We need 4, right? Yeah, we do. So we need to make 1 more of these boys. Awesome, then we surround these in wooden planks. That gives us 4 chests. After that, we just need 4 wooden trapdoors. This requires another 12 wood. We got those boys. We're gonna need some twine now. And a lot of sticks. Looks like we already have it, and we're good. Awesome. So we can turn in... well, we can't turn it in quite yet. Oh, we actually get bones from it too. That's cool. So next we're gonna need some bait. And that might be a while considering our crops aren't growing too quickly at the moment. What we can do is we can go ahead and place these down already. And I guess we'll place 1 here. Looks good. Place another here. And then we'll do 5 tiles away. That looks good. And right here. Excellent. So now we just need to wait for the crops to grow, then we can make some bait, which uses twine or string. And we'll be good in that regard. In the meantime, is there anything else we can really do? Doesn't appear that way. Because we can check our water strainer, so we have some more seeds. We do have more reeds or sugarcane, which is good. Got some more lettuce. We got melon seeds now, that's nice. Place our canola first. And I think it's the only kind of industrial one we have. Go back over here, get our lettuce down. And where's the seeds? Alright, and I guess for now, we'll just have to cut until we actually have some plants that we can use to make bait. So I'll see you guys soon. I have a quick tip I'd like to show you guys real quick. If you take 3 clay, and put it in a V shape like this, you can make an unfired clay bucket, which you can then go and cook up like that. Right, there we go. You get a clay bucket like this, and now you have a functioning bucket. But the reason I got this is because I want to get some ice and show you guys something that you can do that's kind of cool. So you get your ice, you break your ice to get some water. You can pick that up. If you right click on the basic work table, you can see in the tooltip above it has a tank. You can put that water in the tank like that. And you can use that water as well as for plant of any time to make some coagulated plant balls, which you can use on grass to make plants. You can use on moss stone for vines, or you can use it on a plant to copy it. What we're gonna do is we'll make a few of these and actually see what they do. I've never used them before, so I'm not really sure how it works. And I think you can just right click like that. It gave us spinach. And does this have any uses? It does not. Does this have any uses? It does. Nature's compass. Oh, you can use this one to make plant fiber. So it's okay, I guess. But can we also use it on these guys? Do you just right click them? Oh. That's kind of cool. I don't want them there though. There's a chili pepper. Let's get some more. Oh, and they're actually fully grown too. That's kind of cool. Very interesting. And we have our tomatoes. We'd like to expand. Nice. Alright, so these are actually much better than I thought they were at TVH. I thought it was like you go like this and you get one additional seed, but it's much better than that, which is really cool. So I'm gonna make these into seeds and plant these. We're gonna have a 4x4 of lettuce, a 4x4 tomato, so 1x4 pineapple, 1x4 chili, 1x4 cucumber, 4x4 seeds, and I guess we'll need another plant to go here at some point. Not really sure what yet though. We'll work on it though. And in the meantime, presumably it works on these guys too then, right? Specifically the cotton, because we want plenty of cotton. Make all the string in the world. Didn't give me any cotton seeds, which is a bit unfortunate, but that's fine. Oh. I was just expecting to get more spinach, honestly. That one gave us Clarissa Daisy. Do they have any uses? Yellow. Mystical yellow petal. You can do some botania with that, I guess. Does it have any uses? It does. And infused string. Alright, very interesting. Did not know all that stuff was available. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Not any good seeds, not really, but we will take, actually, I take it back, we get the lotus and the sugarcane. That's lovely. And since we have a few plants now, I'll go ahead and show you guys us making some bait. We'll plant that down, and then we can wait to hopefully get some bones. So what we want to do for the bait is what exactly we need. This 3-stringer twine. Simple enough. Pineapples aren't too useful, so we can't even use pineapples. We can use lettuce, so I'll make a couple of those boys. We got the lotus seeds. Place these down. This guy's almost done. And is the veggie bait actually useful? Yes, it does give us bones. Also gives us leather, but I was hoping it would give us beef too, because we do need beef. Which one gives us beef? Green. Alright. Well, for now, we'll just put the veggie bait in here. As you can see, it used one immediately, which doesn't get used. So now we should get 7 items from this loot table here, basically. And in the meantime, I will work on getting some more bait, and hopefully I'll get back to you guys when we have something to show. Alright guys, we can finally answer the age-old question. Is tomato a fruit or a vegetable? And according to Minecraft Feeds Beast Interactions, it is indeed a vegetable, as indicated by the veggie bait. You guys won't even believe how much time has passed between right now and the last cut, and we still do not have enough bait to do anything. So we will continue to wait and wait. Probably wait some more. As you can see, we haven't even gotten a bone, which is kind of disappointing. While we're here though, I did want to show you guys these lotus seeds. Since they're not fully grown, if you right click, it will give you a lotus blossom, and if you look at the XP bar, if you eat it, you get XP off it, which is pretty nice. Anyways though, I'll catch you guys again once we get more bait. Alrighty guys, I got some good news. Check this out. We got some twine, we got our first wheat, so we can get some green. Got a few more veggies. We got any fruit? I don't think we have any fruit, but we do have more vegetables, so we'll get those going. And we can also check our traps now. See what we got going there. It does look like we have our first bone, that is awesome. We also got a bit of leather. We're gonna take the rest out, otherwise it'll stop working. And so what, that's 13? 13 more veggie bait in there, excellent. We got another bone, that's real good, and some more leather, which is awesome. And I guess we'll have to put the green bait up here. Alright, cool. So getting those bones allows us to complete the farm dog bone. There's a bacon mushroom burger, which is beautiful. And now we have our bones, we can finally go ahead and start making some of this stuff. Let me just sort out our inventory real quick. I have in the meantime, I think I moved a couple of things if I remember correctly. I don't think you guys have seen this yet, but I'm putting the food in here and some plants. Miss me. This had to like burp almost or something weird, I don't even know. Oh, we got some eggs too, that's cool. Also got a bit of canola and a bit of rice. And I guess we can throw the leather in here too, might as well. And the feather, it's all good. Put that in there, so now our inventory's all cleared out. So now what we can do is we can grab some of this low grade charcoal. We can look up the arcane ashes, already there, excellent. So the first thing we're gonna need is some low, what are these boys called? Low covalence dust, right? Yes, low covalence dust, excellent. Sorry for the weird skip right there, there's some people yelling in the background. Anyways, we take some of this, some of these boys here, and I think we want to make maybe 29 of these covalence dust in total. Means we're gonna need 2 for each, so we'll need 6, and I believe, oh damn, I actually have to look, I need a hammer. We got a hammer. That's for ashes. Need a saw? Yeah, there we go. And we're gonna need another saw too by the looks of things. Grab a couple of these boys. Feels like we're always needing more saws, man. Always running out. Anyways, we get a couple of those. And we need some sand. 12 to be exact. Unfortunately, you can't like spam click this really fast because this doesn't work that way. And I believe we should be able to infinity dust. Oh, I must have put those away. Yep, there we go. And with that, we should make 27. It says 36 there for a moment. I'm not sure if you guys saw that. That was kind of weird. Now we have our covalence dust. We're one step closer. So the next thing we need is, guess we'll work on these. Some bone meal, which requires this. And we're gonna need 5 stone to make that. And note, it does have to be stone, so we will have to cook some of these boys. We can't just put them right in here. In the meantime, we'll need 2 flint to complete the bowl, which we already have a couple in our inventory, so that's fine. And while we're waiting for that, we need some of these ashes, which require a hammer and some low covalence, not low covalence, low grade charcoal. So we got, there's 3 now. And I think our stone is done. Yep. That XP. Back here, we need to make this nice bowl now. It's like a mortar and pestle, basically. Using that, we can put this in, get some bone meal. Apparently, this does have durability, but I think it's also a weapon, which is kind of interesting. Anyways, now we have that. we can blacken this, which again means we need to cook it up. We'll put that in there. What else? And we need sugar. That should just be sugar cane, right? Yep. Grab one of those. And I guess it can only be done in one of these. Okay, so it's a shaped recipe, not a shapeless one, which is weird, but whatever. We got that. This guy's taking his sweet time by the looks of things. Let's just make sure we're doing that right. Yep. I guess this takes a while. That's fine then. In the meantime, we'll just throw this away, I guess. Put those away as well. The bone we'll put in here, I guess, for now. And now that I'm looking at it, we really only need 1 ash, not 3, so that's kind of awkward, but whatever. Let's put the other 2 back there for now. It looks like this is finally done. Excellent. We'll go here, click that, and it needs to be crafted with a hammer here. Fortunately, we do have some water already, which is nice. So we can just shift click in. Yep. And we get our arcane ashes. No reward though. Lovely. So the next thing we can do is we can do a builder's wand, which is what I'm going to do first. That way it makes base building easier in the near future. Need a lotus blossom, which if we have any that are fully grown, we can just do that right now. Turn that quest in, get us a bit more XP. These boys get a bit more XP that way as well. Then we'll want a... So we'll do all these at once. We need a rice ball, which is literally just rice in this table, which is pretty simple. Grab one of these boys. Throw them in here. Rice ball. And the other thing we need was a sapling. So grab that. And to make the... What is it? To make the builder's wand, we need a stick. Which I think we already have. Yep, awesome. So the way these arcane ashes work is you right click on the ground and it makes a blood magic, I don't want to call it crafting table, but it's basically like a magical crafting table. And to make the items you want, you have to check the order they need to be in. So it says alchemical array, low covalence dust, then a stick makes this. So what we do is we right click on here with the covalence dust first, and we right click on it with a stick, and it consumes one of each. And it has this work in progress animation, because I guess it was never finished. And plop, right out. Now we have a builder's one. Then the same thing can be done for the rubber tree. Right click the rice ball, right click the oak sapling, get the work in progress going, and very dramatic. Ooh, there we go. We got a nice first rubber tree sapling. And we'll probably just replace the back 2 or 3 trees with this, not really sure. But we need these rubber trees to do Greg Tech stuff, basically. Shear some of these leaves out the way so it can grow. Reapers with it. Excellent. You can also turn a couple of these quests. So this one gives us a bunch of stone gears, and also describes what we just did with the alchemy array. You can transmute oak sapling and slime ball into a rubber sapling. This will allow you to grow rubber trees that will drop sticky resin. Sticky resin can be used to make tallow, which gives us some candleberry seeds and a bee. Then we can start making candles. It should be noted we can make regular, what do you call it? Regular torches, right? But they are very slow to make. You basically have to right click these guys, the oak wood, to get the planks like we did before, but the first time you right click it, it gives you like a piece of bark or something like that, and you can put a piece of bark over top of a stick and it will give you a single torch, which is okay, but like it's extremely slow and not fun, very tedious and all that. So getting the candles is much better. Is basically what I'm trying to say, I suppose. These extra tools we have, we'll put in here, put the covalence dust in here, take the oak leaves, transmute them up of course. And that's that. And I guess we'll collect that too, while we're at it. And what else have we got? I guess we can check if we have some beef yet. I don't think it's from these two traps. Nope. But maybe this one. Looks like we got unlucky. So apparently we're probably gonna need some more grain. Eventually get that beef that we still need. And once we finally get that beef, we can turn this in, get some extra bones, and start working on these additional quests. However, I've unfortunately ran out of time. I'm gonna be going to Florida for the next week and a half or so. So I guess this video will most likely be going up while I'm there. I'm just gonna schedule it to upload. Anyways, I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed today's content. I ask that you please consider leaving a like or subscribing to the channel, as both would help me out greatly. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Peace out, guys.